So it's my honour and privilege to be the first person to congratulate the newly married Mr. and Mrs. Ward. We will toast later. My second Blues compliments on the bridesmaids. You look stunning today, ladies. I'm not sure what to say. Did I say well fit? No. Is that a bit too... Sorry. Stunning? Stunning. So I'll go stunning. Beautiful. Good word. Alice, you are angelic today. Absolutely beautiful. You read beautifully. Alice, if I mess up, you can read my speech. I'm going to give it to you. Thank you, Sally and Blue, on behalf of all of us parents, for giving us a legitimate excuse to escape the house for a few hours this Christmas. And for organising such a wonderful day. What a lovely way to end the week, tinged with sadness with the death of George Michael. There I was, happily enjoying Christmas, and wham! I apologise, I was worse, but I got told to cut it out. I've stained blue just before it. Isn't it ironic that someone might actually get George Michael's heart this Christmas? I apologise in advance for any more offence that I caused today. I have recently been diagnosed with Tourette's. Honestly, I swear. Knowing this fact, Blue and I spent last night going through my speech, and he told me, this is not a joke either, he told me to delete any references to getting drunk. Which is like, basically like, you'll get your dinner much sooner, you lot. Apparently you don't know he drinks, man. This is going to be eye-opening for Laura, it's going to be eye-opening for you. Anyway, I told him that a drink problem shared is a problem halved, and that problems are a bit like parcels. The bigger the problem, the heavier the parcel. So what better way than to share your problem with 90 other people? Think of the next hour as therapy, Blue. Yeah. Hour, 20. Half an hour? Now, I say drinking problem, but as Blue kindly explained to me this week, it's only a problem, Peter, if you're not good at it. And he is really, really good at it. Blue's afternoon performance at the Glen Eagles in Killarney will go down in history. Thank you to the Stag crew. I salute you, legends one and all. Can't believe you went to Killarney. I won £200 because I told everyone I could get 10 people to go to Killarney on a stag do, and guess what? They went. Legends 1-0. Sorry, Blue, for rooming you with Morris. A punishment. No, is he here yet? Has he turned up yet?
He's coming.
A punishment no man should have to endure. Now, people have questioned the choice of stag venue, but I have to say I put a little bit more effort than Blue did into mine. I can strongly remember Blue's deliberation over our stag do venue. It was my favourite programme on TV is Magaluf Weekender, Peter, so we went to Magaluf. And then we went on TripAdvisor to look for a hotel, and the first hotel that came up was 1 out of 5. It had a really poor rating. And we read the first review, and it was a married man. He said, I took my wife to this hotel for our first wedding anniversary. I've never been so disgusted in my life. There was naked women running around, there was drugs everywhere, they were knocking on our doors, there was booze everywhere. We were like, boop. So we went there. That was how long it took to plan my stag do, wasn't it? That was it.
5 minutes in your front room.
Anyway, now back to your drinking problem. Sorry.
What drinking problem?
Unfortunately for you, Blue, there was a really common thing running through all of our experiences together: alcohol. Well, as they say, no good story started with eating a salad, did it? So, Blue, I love you dearly, and it said that we hurt those we love the most. Prepare to be hurt. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Peter, and I've known Blue since we started to go. Blue calls it big school. Since we started going to big school together. And the boy I met in 1986 was very different from the man you see today. In fact, about 20 stone different. He was a fresh-faced, well-groomed young man from the other side of the tracks, with a house in North Common Road, full-size snooker table, and 9 middle names. Reginald, Douglas, Tarquin, Rupert, Anyway, we knew he was different from us because he used to drink soup in the playground. He drank soup with lumps in it, and all we'd ever seen was cup of soups. We were like, what? What is this? Anyway, within about 2 years, we'd successfully dragged him down to our level. And he was entertaining us all by wrapping sellotape around his face and singing sentences. Brilliant. For years we rode to school together on our bikes, and Blue spiced up the journey. I'm sorry, can all the little children put their hands on me by playing a perverted game called I'd Something Her. We were like two little perverts riding school. From the vantage point of our bikes, we could look. Big perverts. From the vantage point of our bikes, we could look down into cars of female drivers, and we used to say the infamous words to each other. It's a game I still play to this day. Has got me into a little bit of trouble on school trips with like. But hey, you can see right down when you're on a coach. I'm a teacher, by the way. Just. I don't normally go on coach with loads of 9-year-olds. That's not like my CRB checked. Now, first time I realised that Blue loved drink was when I joined the ward clan on a holiday to the Bergerie in South France. Pick up Bergerie. There we were in 35-degree heat, and even at 17 I knew that what my body demanded was water. Drink more water, I kept telling Blue. To this day his poignant reply resonates with me. Peter, I don't drink water. Fish have sex in it. Anyway, it was a bit more vulgar than that. Anyway, there we were, drinking ourselves into oblivion and chatting up a group of Dutch girls, really fit ones, actually. And being horny little teenagers, we were oblivious to the fact that they had extreme right-wing views, didn't they, Blue?
Just sorry, I was thinking about something else right now.
It got us into real trouble because this discotheque was run by about 9 massive big black men. So we were in like big trouble. Anyway, the evening ended with us. We had not said anything wrong, it was all them. At the end of the evening, we ended up being chased across the campsite by a door staff, through woods, between caravans, down slopes. Eventually we found ourselves hunkered down in a ditch at the side of the road. And I looked across at Blue in darkness and said, Blue, are you okay? And he was sitting there, he was supping from a full pint of Stella Artois, which she had nursed for about a mile. Blue's love affair with drink had begun. We're all so glad he met you, Sally. You are perfect in every way. Charming, witty, beautiful, intelligent, and a deputy head like me. Sounds really familiar, Blue. It is clear to everyone here today that Blue didn't just marry the love of his life, but he married his best friend also. Blue, as I say though, the only difference between your best friend and your wife is she lets you touch her boobs. And right in this speech, I have pondered long and hard about what it was that must have attracted Sally to Blue. And once again, I was helped by my wife and carer Sarah, who informed me that, Peter, women just like the simple things in life. Suddenly the secret whose attractiveness to Sally became clear. Sally, Blue was bereft before he met you. There was a time when we all thought he was part squirrel. He seemed to be attracted to nuts. And I remember that things got so desperate that Blue decided to put an ad in the Lonely Hearts Club. Being a best friend and a bit of a perv, I was glad to help out, and I said, "You've got to ask for a picture." This I've actually got the actual.
I'm not really liking you right now.
This is the ad. This is what it said. Wanted. No, it was that. Truth is, it was a voicemail. It was one of those voice boxes. You had to leave your voice on it. So it was a bit sordid. And it said, "Wanted, good woman. Must be able to clean, cook, sew, gut and clean fish. Must have boat and a motor. please send photo of boat and motor. Now, I think I speak for everyone here who's been lucky enough to marry, that we all remember the special moment when we realised that we had found the one that we loved. I remember the day that Blue confessed to me, Sally, that he had fallen completely head over heels in love with you. This is serious now. Funnily enough, it was the same day you told me you had a house by the seaside. And space for a boat. Perfect. Love her, Peter. Now, we all know Blue loves fishing. And I've been lucky enough over the years to spend many happy hours with Blue throwing perfectly good fish into the sea in the hope of catching some perfectly good fish and not. So it went so far as we ended up buying a boat together. Now, this is you weren't drunk in this story,
No.
but alcohol was involved. So now the pair of us were clueless about boats, but Blue being Blue, he stuck at the task in hand, got to the stage where an RNLI official had to come and safety check the boat so it could be insured. And the bloke had to travel over 100 miles to go to Blue's mum and dad's house, who kindly let us dump their pile of whatever it was on the drive for about a year. And somehow Blue distracted him from the pile of rubbish that greeted him with the power of his personality and a bottle of Jack Daniels. In truth, the boat wasn't pond-worthy, let alone sea-worthy, and it was at this point that I backed out of the little venture, fearing losing my life, or shooting myself with a flare. Sam will back me up on this. Blue and Sam nearly died at sea, and while the boat was sinking, they had a debate about which end of the flare was going to. So I thought, I'm best out of that. I'm going to die. I've got children to look after. That's true, isn't it, Sam? You didn't know. And then he said he was disappointed because it didn't fire out at the end. It was one of those ones that you wait. I thought it was going to be like a firework with Peter. It was no. Anyway, Blue has always been generous. He's followed in the footsteps of his father, a pillar of the community. Helping out at Christmas, feeding the lonely and homeless at Christchurch in Uxbridge. But Blue being Blue, he decided that feeding them Christmas dinner was not enough. So one year, and the final year that we were both ever invited, he decided that what these people really needed was a bit of Christmas cheer in the form of Bacardi, which he administered discreetly from a rucksack he was carrying. Unfortunately, it became a little bit less than discreet when most of the alcohol-dependent guests came following him round the church like some weird Pied Piper. Never before or since have volunteers been sacked at Christmas, but we were by the vicar. Now, most of you know that at 18, Blue went to Germany for a year, during which time the Abrahams...
It was 20.
20, whatever.
I won't allow across the road.
During which time the Abrahams went into administration, and Malcolm's drink cabinet made a miraculous recovery. Anyway, his experiences away from home made a man of the boy, and he returned home with a newfound confidence. So confident, in fact, that it was at about this time that Blue made one of his greatest claims to fame. He streaked at Wembley Stadium. Now, this was not your average streak. This was not your average for £7. This was not. He was just full of confidence. This was not your average streak. He chose a freezing January night, which did him no favours, and Blue needs favours. It was also a dog racing night. So the spectators to this extraordinary event were hardened punters, mostly men, who were not appreciative of having their evening's entertainment interrupted. Anyway, Blue makes his way onto the pitch, flinging his clothes as he went, and I'm guessing he was hoping that he'd be chased by security and he wouldn't get beyond the touchline, but dog racing doesn't often require the presence of masses of stewards. So Blue ended up making it to the centre circle unchallenged. And there, having not planned for such an eventuality, Blue began performing one of the most lewd set of rollovers, front and back, cartwheels that I've ever witnessed since that weird weekend in Estonia.
I didn't.
Do you remember that? Anyway, he was eventually dragged off after leaving skid marks on the centre circle. He was eventually dragged off, and his antics were committed for future posterity to the pages of the Racing Post. And you can actually look up in the library. You're in there. Now, Blue, as we all know, is a man's man. Rugby, big up Abbots. Go on, you Abbots. Fishing, drinking, Boy Scouts. Maybe not Boy Scouts. Anyway, it surprised me.
Boy Scouts.
He wasn't in Scouts, he was in Cubs.
No, Scouts.
Anyway, it was a surprise to me, and I'm guessing everyone here, when we discovered that it was actually Sally that had to propose to Blue. Well, I can tell you all today that it wasn't for want of trying. Apparently Blue attempted to propose to Sally in a rugby club once, following a day of heavy drinking. But Sally wasn't impressed that he had to get up onto one knee to do it. Doesn't count. Let's get down. Let's get down on one knee. Blue is one of life's doers, and he works especially well when given a deadline. This is never truer than the day he famously lied on his life insurance form about his weight, knocking an optimistic 2.5 stone off his true mass. What he didn't factor in is the weigh-in that followed. They need proof. Blue had to go on a crash diet to lose 26 pounds in 2 weeks. Apparently the secret is gin and tin sardines.
2 weeks.
He had even gone so far as to research the lowest calorie alcoholic drink so he didn't have to go back. Finally, as best man, and having been happily married myself now for how many years? What is it? Four. Good, nice one. It falls upon me to give you some advice to hold you both in good stead as you enter the new chapter in your relationship. And that advice is never shout at each other. Unless your house is on fire. In all seriousness, Blue, you are the funniest, kindest, most hard-working, modest person I know. You are. You are loved by so many, and I'm so honoured to have been asked to be your best man. You have clearly found your soulmate in Sally. Anyone can see that. Your life together is going to be filled with laughter and love. And Sally, you have the greatest husband any woman could ever wish for. Alice has the greatest dad a girl could ever dream of. I speak on behalf of all your friends and family, wishing you every joy and happiness and blessing in the future. You are the perfect couple. Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding and join in toasting Mr. and Mrs. Ward. I love you, really.
Well done, Peter.
Have your dinner!
You're doing well. Sauce.
Cuts like butter.
Okay, cuts like butter. Oh yeah. Forget the knife.